Hej and välkommen till en annan episode of Spin Your Jaw. Oh god, that was awful, wasn't it? On this episode, I'll be introducing you to a 17-year-old boxer from Norway, hence the very poorly pronunciated Norwegian in the intro. Sorry about that. So without further ado, let me introduce you. Hi Anniken, thank you so much for coming on and chatting to us about you and your career so far. Personally, I think it's really important, especially for young females, to have somebody like yourself to look up to and, so we can see exactly how far you've come. So I know in previous conversation with me, you've mentioned that you started boxing at just 14 years old, which realistically is no time for the medals and titles that you have. At 16, you won the title of national champion for Norway. At 17 this year, won Golden Girl. So how exactly did you get into boxing?
Actually, my father got me into the sport. He likes boxing a lot, and he thought that the sport would fit me well because I have a lot of anger that I need to get out. So he contacted this club right where we live, and then I started. So actually it was my father that helped me into the sport.
So aside from your dad, I know that sometimes there is a lot of stigma around women in boxing and women in sport in general. So what did your other family members think and what did your friends think?
My parents were very supportive and excited. My grandparents was worried and a little afraid for me to get injured and hurt, but now everybody is really excited actually.
Yeah, I can imagine for parents and grandparents to be worried at any age because, boxing, it is a dangerous sport, but, now you're winning. I'm very, very glad to hear that they're excited for what's to come for you. So, tell us a little bit about your boxing achievements so far.
I won the national championship in Norway in 2019, and I have also won the Golden Girl Championship in 2020.
You probably get it all the time, but if I could go back and think of when I was 16, you were just a whole level above. So how exactly do you manage to stay focused and committed to achieving your boxing ambitions?
I trained a lot before the championship, and I also try to eat good food and try to sleep a lot and get a lot of energy.
Definitely. I think that is definitely one thing, even if people are weight training, that they miss out on is food is fuel and sleep is so important, especially for muscle growth and repair. It's you doing all the right things. We all know how hard boxers train before a fight and in camp to get to that high level of fitness. So what is your training routine like before a fight? Because I know obviously you've got school and things as well.
Before a fight I train a lot. I train before school and after school.
So if you're training before and after school, do you ever feel like you're missing out on normal teenage life with your friends at all?
Yeah, I guess so. I'm missing like all the teenager stuff like parties and so on. But I don't miss it because I have good friends in the boxing sport, and I like to train a lot and being around on training camps and so on.
So pre-fight, you're in the changing room, you're getting ready to go out there, there's hundreds of people looking at you. How do you get focused and stay focused?
So right before a fight I like to just listen to music and actually be alone, just be calm, try to chill and eat some food to get some energy before the fight.
We're lucky enough to be in a time now where women's boxing is becoming so much bigger than it has ever been before. So do you have any particular boxers that inspire you?
I don't have any like role models in the fight, but I think Katie Taylor is a really, really good boxer, and Cecilia Brækhus from Norway, because Cecilia has all the belts in her weight, so I think that is really, really impressive.
I'd say that is a good ambition to have, to get all of the belts in your weight category. So what advice would you give to somebody that is wanting to get into boxing?
I would say to them, just do it, try it. I think you would like it, and just try it. Get into the rings.
Okay, so let's imagine it's your professional debut fight. What is your ring walk song?
I haven't actually thought about it. But maybe Eye of the Tiger, because the song gets me really hype and the song is a legend. Yeah.
That is a song to get anybody hyped, actually. And also, what gets me hyped? Raining Men. There's going to be a lot of people watching this who doubt female fighters or doubt women in sports. So, you know, what do you say to them?
I don't know what to say. We live in 2020 and I think men and women have the same rights, and women can be good like boys too in boxing. There are really, really good women fighters around the world, so I think I would just say to them, just open your eyes. We live in 2020. Yeah.
Well, you heard it here first. So how did it feel when you first got punched in the face?
First time I was in a boxing training and got punched in the face, I got a little shocked. My brain was like, what happening now? So I was a little shocked, but I think I thought that I like this sport. I want to punch back.
And how did it feel when you first punched somebody else?
Actually, that feeling was really, really good. I was happy. I was like, yes, I got this. I want to be good at this. So, first time I punched someone, I was actually happy. Yeah.
Well, I think you are in the right sport. So, at your boxing gym, is it just women that you spar with?
In training at my club, we are not so many girls. So at the trainings, I spar with both girl and boys. But before a fight, I try to spar with only girls in my weight.
You know, funnily enough, you're not the first female fighter to tell me that they spar both men and women. So I think it is something that we're beginning to see more and more regularly in boxing gyms. Lovely. Well, thank you so much for joining me on this episode. I wish you the best of luck, and we will definitely be following your career. There are big things to come for you.
Thank you so much.
And that's a wrap, guys. Another episode of Spin Your Jaw done. Join me again next time for more fighting talk.